It's time to mind your business with me, Jamillah Lodge. Tune in to find out how to mind your business with BEDC, special guest entrepreneurs, industry experts, and more. Brought to you by BEDC. Bermuda Business starts here. All right. Well, ladies, welcome to Mind Your Business.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So I'm your host, Jamillah, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about the Rubber Tree Market and the grand opening. Yes. So I'm pleased to have three of you here today. We have Ondreyah Rochester, who is my colleague at BEDC, and then we also have Lynelle Furbert, and we have Delarie Outerbridge. So welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you. Thank you.
So Ondreyah, I'll let you start. Can you just tell us what you do and how you're related to the Rubber Tree Market?
Okay, so my name is Ondreyah, and I am a junior micro, small, medium enterprise officer at BEDC. And basically, I assist with people who are looking to start new businesses by offering advice or financial guidance. In regards to the Rubber Tree Market, I've just been working alongside the ladies to bring the market back to a point that it used to be.
Okay.
Where every Saturday you can go there and have a flood of vendors vending and just putting some upgrades to the area that we're known to do.
Okay. That sounds good. Ms. Furbert.
Yes.
Yes. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your relationship to the market?
My name is Lynelle Furbert, and I have been vending for quite some time at the Rubber Tree Market. I live between here and Ghana, West Africa, and I've been here for a while. So every time I came home, that's where I'll be setting up. And at present, that's exactly what I do still.
Okay.
So right now, it's only like 5 of us there.
Mm-hmm.
So there's not that many that come out right now. But we're looking forward to the grand opening and hopefully pulling more people on board in this whole entrepreneurial venture.
Yeah, I always see your stuff there, and I'm always like, I'm attracted to all the colors and all of that. All right, and Miss Outerbridge?
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Delarie Outerbridge. I've been a vendor for over 20 years at the Rubber Tree Market. Wow. In fact, I was running the market years back.
Okay.
Where we had 15 to 18 vendors each Saturday. So I'm looking forward to seeing it getting back to what it was. At present, I'm not vending.
Mm-hmm.
I closed my store the first part of COVID.
Okay.
I had a store also. So I'm looking to get back.
Okay. So your first foray back into retail will be at the Rubber Tree, maybe?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
So let's talk about this grand opening, because I hear you talking about what it used to be and what is it that is missing, and what are you ladies going to do to get it back to what it used to be? They're passing the buck over here.
So I think it's just to really establish a steady flow of weekly vendors.
Okay.
And offering a monthly staple event where people knew that every Saturday you can come to the Rubber Tree, and once a month you can have a family event and come there for entertainment. Really and truly, Jay, to be very honest with you, I forgot the question.
You forgot the question?
That could be added to. That could be added
No, it can't. It's
yes,
going
it
in. Miss Furbert.
No, what was the question?
I'm going to ask Miss Furbert the question. How do you want it to get back to what it used to be? Like, what has been missing? What's going to get it to where it needs to be?
I think right now the Rubber Tree just needs people who are entrepreneurs to know that they have a place that they can come, and people who have large jobs and they're looking for somewhere to set up. And there's a lot of talent in Bermuda.
Yeah.
A lot of talent. And we see it every now and again. Sometimes, for the most part, people will come out on special occasions, like maybe around cup match time or Christmas Eve, but we want to get it more so that it has more momentum.
A regular kind of occurrence.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense. And I think, like you said, Ms. Outerbridge, I think it's necessary to have a space where people, especially when they're starting out, so they can come and feel comfortable and doing it. So the grand opening is going to be designed to get people back.
Yes.
Right?
Agreed.
Okay. All right. So the date for the grand opening is
October 8th.
And that's a Saturday, right?
Yes.
So is the day for Rubber Tree going to be Saturdays, or how is
Yes.
what are the hours of
Yes.
operation?
The current hours of operation are from 10 to Saturdays from 10 to 5.
Okay.
And that will continue, obviously. But then we just have the special one Saturday a month that will be specifically done.
Yes, the big to do.
Right.
Okay. So if someone's interested, because you said it's about 5 vendors now.
Yes.
So is the max capacity at the Rubber Tree 15, or what has been your experience, Miss Outerbridge? The
I've
top.
had up to 18.
Okay.
I've had up to 18 vendors.
And that gives you comfortably where you can
Yes.
spread out and all of that
Yeah,
kind of
set
stuff.
up tables and umbrellas for people when they come and sit down.
Right.
Have a snack. We normally have a food vendor that will come.
Okay.
Snivel, so.
That's what I was going to ask you. So, in your experience with the 20 years of vending, what makes an ideal market? Like the mix of vendors that should be in the market?
Part of making the market is music.
Okay.
Music attracts everybody. And then a mixture of peoples and their goods.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you need vendors that are out there that's reaching out to find what the people need, what the people really like to buy, you know, where they're going to make quick money, really. So, yeah, we're looking for a lot of different vendors.
So what I have seen, because I live in Warwick, right? So I go across there every day, is the fruit vendor. He has fruit.
Yes.
And of course I see your beautiful
Thank you.
works. And so I'm always like, we need somebody that sells fish, or we need, you know what I mean? Something so that you have all of these different varieties. Somebody maybe baked goods or something like that.
Definitely,
You know what
definitely.
I mean? Because it could be an outing, really. Like if you don't have anything to do, you go to the market and get your homemade stuff that you wouldn't be able to get. So all of you who are listening, if you are interested in finding a location on Saturdays from 10 to
6. Yeah, we've been doing it until 6 o'clock, but we can set a specific time.
Okay.
Sometimes-
and I guess if people are coming, like,
Maybe just don't pack up.
Yeah, you just stay.
Shoot the breeze and nobody wants to move. So that happens right now.
yes. Okay. So that's exciting. Now you said music brings the people. So for the actual grand opening, I'm assuming there's going to be music.
Definitely.
Can you talk a little bit about like what the flow or the run of the day is going to be?
So basically, it'll be the reopening of the market.
Yeah.
And then we'll have a kids zone with some fun castles, some music, and some entertainment.
Okay.
And we're looking to do some raffles from local residents, local businesses in the area, getting some raffle tickets and doing some raffles for the day. Like if you spend $25 at so many vendor stations, you'll be entered into a draw to win a raffle prize.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. And I know, Ondreyah, you have experience doing this. We did a Vend to Win event, and there was a passport component. So the idea behind the passport is that you had to go to all of the vendor stalls, get your stamp or whatever it is, and then only then could you get entered into the draw, which works, right? Because it encourages people. It's the incentive.
You buy from everybody.
Exactly. Or at least go visit and see, right? Because some people be like, okay, I came, I spent my $20, give me, my ride. And you're like, hold on. Now, let's make the rounds. No, so I think it's exciting. Now, one of my questions is, why is it called the Rubber Tree? Well, I know the answer, but
we all know the answer to that. Well, maybe the listening audience doesn't.
So they might not know.
But it's just indicative of the trees that are actually there. They're the rubber trees.
The big, beautiful trees that provide all the shade. Yeah. Now, there's also another historical significance to the space.
It is.
Can you please talk about that a little bit?
It is the historical site for, it is the burial grounds, yes, for our ancestors.
Yes. Right? And I don't think people may not know that bit of history.
A lot have no idea.
And I think for me, there's an opportunity to kind of leverage on that reality. That's a part of the history that I think maybe Bermudians might know, or maybe some of them don't, but surely people who are visiting the island, you know what I mean? Why can't we promote it as a place to stop, especially if it is fully vended, if you will.
Yes.
And you have the variety of things that people may not see day to day on a front street or, you know what I mean, in some
Absolutely.
other location. So I think
many islands do that.
exactly.
And that's what tourists are looking for.
Yeah. So I'm gathering that the combination of your three ladies' efforts is how we're going to get to that space where we can now promote this place as a place to be when you come to visit Bermuda, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So is the goal to operate the market all year round, or is it a seasonal component?
All year round.
All year round, okay.
Rather permitting.
Look, I was gonna say that.
Rather permitting.
With the exception of like thunderstorms and lightning, then you'll be out there.
Yeah.
Okay, so in terms of what people get, the vendors who may be interested in vending, what will you guys support them with?
Well, for the most part, currently they bring their own tents and
Okay.
tables, and we do have chairs there. And outside of that, it's just setting up where they, not specifically where they want to be, because sometimes it may not be,
In the same.
available at that time.
Okay.
But we're also looking for consistency, because some people you may assign someone a specific spot, and then they don't come for another 2 months, and then they just want that other spot back, and we don't want any fussing and fighting over that's your spot.
Yeah.
What we're looking for in this,
Be like, where you been?
Yeah, where have you
what
been?
they say, you snooze, you lose.
Yes, true. So I think what we're looking for now, I know we're looking for consistency in this market. For
Okay.
people who just don't want to be showing up, and we just want it to grow into something where everybody can come Saturday. This is where we're going to be Saturday.
And it helps,
Yeah,
like,
it
for
does.
people to know what to expect, right? So if they know where they want to get their favorite, African Ghanaian artifacts, they know they can come to Rubber Tree at this time, and you'll be there. And it definitely helps, I think, in terms of marketing.
Yeah.
Now, Ondreyah,
Yes.
as the BDC representative, it is important to us to create a space, like you said, we call them micro entrepreneurs. So you're just getting started, you're going to get back out there, Miss Outerbridge. And so you want this space to be able to either test what it is that you're selling, or to add to what it is that you may do in other times during the year across Bermuda, I think, right? Because it could just be another location, right? Harbor Nights on Wednesdays when the cruise ships are in, but then that ends.
Right.
So where do you go after that, right? And so Rubber Tree can be an option. So from a BDC perspective, why do you feel it's important to create this space for our micro entrepreneurs?
Well, I feel like it's kind of piggybacking off what you just said. It's this place where you're guaranteed to know that you'll find what you're looking for. So if we build up a rapport of vendors, then we know every Saturday I could go here and get my body scrubs or my vegetables or my clothes or my children's clothes, then every week it's just going to create more people and more people and more people to come to the market, and also expose the opportunity for people to know that this is a space to vend.
Right.
Because I just think they probably right now don't consider Rubber Tree because they may think it's not enough vendors. But I think if people were more consistent, then more people would be attracted to come and vend in the area.
Yeah. So consistency is key.
Yeah.
And I need to expound on what Ondreyah just said, because we find that when we have more vendors, people will just start coming in.
Yeah,
And coming in. There's a difference. You can tell the difference between 5 of us and then everybody just setting up around the whole market. So I think that's important.
And the energy you mentioned, I think, is also important. And you alluded to it, like if people are there, you sit off and just talk, and you may not pack up right away, depending on how it's going. So I'm hopeful that it gets back to that point when back in the day when you were vending. So in terms of the cost, is there going to be a cost to vend?
Yes.
Okay. Can you talk a little bit about that?
We've decided on $50 per vendor, because we do have expenses. We have a toilet there that has to be.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yes, we have a toilet that has to be paid to be cleaned, and just other things. The grounds have to be taken care of, leaves swept up. So we will be taking a fee.
Okay. Well, $50, you figure that's 2 pairs of pants and a cute shirt. You got your return on your investment. Will there also be an opportunity for people to sign up for multiple Saturdays? So you have a sense about, as opposed to like $50 every Saturday, like you said, consistency. If you want to say, I want to book for 2 months or something like that. So at least you know, so people have the opportunity to do that. And this probably is a BDC question about how people are going to be able to sign up.
So initially, it was going to create an email and filter it through there.
Yeah.
But I think it'll probably be easier to just put everything on the website.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like every Thursday, I can relay the vendors to them so they know who's paid and who hasn't paid, whose money has to be collected, so that, it's just more flow of the process.
And I will offer that we have a shopping cart on our website. So it could be that people can actually sign up and pay online.
Okay.
It's just something to consider, right?
Okay,
to make it easier so you don't have to,
Because
you know.
we're vendors as well. So
You're like
just trying to ease you up.
Yeah. So that's something to consider. I know we're still working out the things, we old school sometimes.
Yes.
Fill out this
My hands
paper
up. Yeah, my hands up.
and bring it to me. But, we're getting there slowly but surely. But trying to create
A cash, not so to speak.
a cashless kind of trend.
Because any times when you don't want people to know that you're taking cash from vendors and holding that. So I think having it online just eliminates some of that. So they can just focus on
selling their cute stuff.
Yes.
Now listen, ladies, I ain't even talked to Ondreyah about this, but I went to this market. Where were we? I want to say in Turkey, I think. No, South Africa. And the way they had it, it was a vendor market. You had all these different vendors and artisans, and they had one central place, cash register, where they took all the payments. Okay. So, because, not everybody, some people have the little online, mobile thing. Others don't, And so what it allowed, or what I recognize, is that it allowed people to shop with their credit cards and not have to worry about if they had enough cash or whatever. And then at the end of the day, they would settle up with each vendor. So everybody had some way to identify, they still sell their products, whatever. And so they checked out at this central place. And then at the end, it was settled up. So I was like, well, that's brilliant. Yeah. So, Ondreyah, not to give you more work, but
I don't think it was more work because I think it was a to-do on my list. Not so much centralized, but to have different meetings with different stakeholders of BDC. So it was my intention to have bank meetings to see how we can integrate card payments, because that can turn a customer away. Like, I didn't, even though that it's not no cards at vendor market from you, but going to the machine is I'm driving home sometimes. Yeah. So I was trying to create something to fill that gap so that people can pay cash or pay with their cards.
What do you guys think about that?
I think it's a great idea. What do you think,
idea.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, it'll be similar to how my store ran, the Plaza.
Okay.
I had different vendors renting different spots in the store, so that at the end of the week, their monies were paid
exactly
out to them. So
exactly that.
It would be at the end of the day for the market, and it worked successfully.
Yeah, because I think part of the challenge or barrier to entry, I think for some people is that, like, I don't have a credit card machine, or I'm not making enough money to invest in getting a credit card machine. So when do I get there, right? And so I think that you already have you set the precedent already with your store, with the Plaza, so it can work. And I do think that could be a differentiating factor for this market versus other markets, because people can be like, well, for our $50, we get access to, the mobile payments and things like that, which in the end makes it easier. We be buying stuff when we ain't supposed to, and you'd be like, when you just swipe it, it's different than when you got to count out that money. You'd be like, hold on a second, wait a minute, let me reconsider my life decisions. So no, I'm glad to hear that that is a possibility or in the market's future, because I think it would just elevate it to a whole nother level.
I think so too.
Now, I'm privy, because I work at BDC, to some other stuff in terms of what the market is going to look like, I don't know, in another 2-3 years or whatever. Right. So I don't know if you want to talk a little bit about that, Ondreyah.
So moving forward in the future, we're looking to use containers to give it a formal, unified look across the board, make it more
Yeah.
It would just make it more
Sexy.
sexy and appealing, and people can have their own space and set it up and decorate it how they wish to invite customers to their stores. But I think that the containers would be the best move going forward for the robbery, especially since it's something that's going to happen all year round.
Right. Right?
Yes.
Like, when I go visit other places and you see the markets and stuff, I always think about the opportunities that exist in Bermuda that we're not really like leveraging. You know what I mean?
It's true.
And so creating that kind of atmosphere, again, we're talking about separating yourselves out from the rest. Mm-hmm. Be like, come here and get the whole package. We got lights. We can have a night market.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
so
generator.
All of that good stuff.
Then it's easier on the senior vendors. They don't have to keep setting up.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Pulling down.
You could just leave it there.
Lock up.
And that addresses the issue of consistency, which we were talking about, right?
Absolutely.
Because now you know I'm going to be here every Saturday. At this time, my stuff is already here. So it's less about who am I going to get to help me lug this table and these chairs, every Saturday. And I do think that contributes to people maybe being, they get tired. They be like, enough already.
But then it also gives you, like, you come more than the rain.
Yeah.
Because
you have the cover. Yeah. Well, I'm excited about the opportunities and the plans. And so I'm encouraging people who are listening to make sure you come out on October 8th. Yes. It's going to be the grand opening. It's going to be a party,
Sure.
And can you talk about like the entertainment and stuff that's lined up?
I don't want to give it all.
You got to whet people's appetite now. You did say fun castles for the kids, but
I did.
Did say music.
She did say music
and gummies.
Well, there you go. It's a party now. We go shank, dang, dang, all down to the Rubber Market. No, I do think it's a great idea to officially reopen it. Like I said, you've been holding it down, which is great. It's nice to see the activity there. Yeah. And I think the more vendors come, like you said, the more people will look forward to attending and shopping at Rubber Tree.
And when I say more, it's just because sometimes your customer's not my customer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you're browsing and finding things that you probably didn't even know existed. And you might not purchase nothing today, but you can go home and tell someone I was at Rubber Tree and I saw
that. Yep.
And it just will bring more people naturally that way.
Yeah. It's very true. I mean, that's the whole ethos of a market, right? It's like you can set up on the road by yourself and only the people who want to buy what you're selling are going to come. Yeah. But then when you have that market environment, well, my customer's going to come and be like, oh, well, look at that. Yes. I didn't even know I needed some new earrings, but now I'm here, so I'm going to do it. So I'm excited about it. October 8th is the day. We talked about what we have lined up for the grand opening and what people can expect. And we talked about the cost to vend. Yes. And so people can either log on. You're going to have, you said 18 vendors is your max. Mm-hmm. So that's not a whole lot, y'all. So if you are interested, I say, let's go ahead and get signed up now. Yeah. But because it's $50 for that day, right? Mm-hmm. So there is opportunity for people to switch out. Yeah, right? Like you might be there this week, but someone else can come the next week or whatever. Just don't be expecting you're going to get your same spot if you miss.
You're not consistent.
Right.
That's the key word.
You're like, unless you signing up for the year, don't be troubling me about your spot next to the container, okay? Mm-hmm. I do want to give a shout out because there's a mural there, and it speaks to what you had talked about, Ms. Furbert, about the ancestors and the burial ground and all of that. So it's just a shout out to that. Yes. So hopefully it'll be a topic of conversation. Yes. Just get people to ask, well, why that?
Yeah. Well, I appreciate Angela because she's actually written on the bottom exactly what the Ankh represents. And then you have the Jinyami, which is in the middle of the Ankh, which is an African symbol. Mm-hmm.
Okay. See, we're getting a little history lesson too. We didn't know. We minding a whole lot of business.
Hopefully the container may become something that tourists want to come or locals and take pictures in front of.
I mean, that's all a part of it, right? I know we're old school, but we have to accept that, social media is here to stay.
Right.
And it is a huge marketing tool to get people to come and see the space and hopefully spend money and support local entrepreneurs. Because our goal, I would say, is that you may start at Rubber Tree, but eventually you're going to open your shop, like the Plaza, or you know what I mean? You get to whatever that big vision is for your business, but you got to start somewhere, right? Yes. So why not start at the Rubber Tree?
It's a great stepping stone.
There we go.
It is, guys. It is. You have to come.
I know, right? Like, we doing all kind of mind in the business today. All right, ladies. Well, I just want to thank you, all three of you, for coming and talking to us. We're looking forward to the opening. Yes. Looking forward to see which vendors come and claim their spot. Don't wait and be mad afterwards, okay? Because if you wait too late, you just might be disappointed. So let's avoid that and go ahead, and they can log on to our website at bdc.bm. Is there a contact number or email address that you would like to share?
Sure, they can contact me at 732-1810.
Okay.
On email is cultureware444@gmail.com.
Okay, and that's for Miss Furbert.
Yes.
And does everything go through Miss Furbert, or how about you, Miss?
Okay. You can also contact me at 799-0622. And my email is dao@northrock.bm.
Okay.
Yes.
Well done. And then Ondreyah?
What's that?
Your contact details, be like, they got it.
So my contact details are O Rochester. Will we spell that out for you? OROCHESTER at bedc.bm.
Okay, perfect. So you guys know how to get in touch with people if you're interested in vending. And then we just going to look forward to having a party on the 8th then. How about that?
Yes.
Yeah?
And then monthly thereafter.
Monthly.
Yes.
So,
Halloween.
So the parties are monthly thereafter, because we're going to be there every Saturday.
Every Saturday.
Okay.
We'll be there. Every Saturday, but every month
you're going to have a themed kind of fun. Yeah, that's going to be fun.
Yeah,
that's going to be fun.
Be Halloween.
Yes.
I know.
Yeah.
Ooh, we could have like a haunted house.
Exactly.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Let me not. She rolling her eyes and be like, don't be giving me no more work. No, but it's for the community, right? It's to get increase the engagement and all of that. And why you can't have fun and do that too and make money.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
We doing it. All right, ladies. Now you know we minded some business. Because if you don't mind your business, who will? All right, thank you guys.
Thank you too. Thank you. Appreciate you.
No problem. Thanks for tuning in to Mind Your Business with me, your host, Jamillah Lodge. Tune in next week, Thursday at 4 p.m. because if you don't mind your business, who will? Mind Your Business is brought to you by BEDC. Bermuda Business starts here.